Okay, so today we are creating a 2-ingredient whipped cocoa butter. This is only cocoa butter and your preference carrier oil. Now I will be adding some colloidal oatmeal and essential oil. That is optional. You do not have to add that. If you just have the 2 ingredients, then you could do that. This is great for someone with super dry skin or sensitive skin and you just want something that doesn't have too much things inside of it, then you can follow this formula. What you see here is all the ingredients that we will be using in this formulation. Everything that we will use to formulate this formula will be linked in the description box. Let's begin.
I have to start the recording for that. So our 40% of Kokum butter is 102 grams, which is also 3.6 ounces. You can round it up. That's up to you. But we're going to go ahead and do grams. So the next one is our carrier oil at 57%. And that is 145 grams, which is 5.13 ounce. So let's add that in.
We're adding avocado oil because of how deeply moisturizing it is, and using avocado oil in this formula, I want something that's very moisturizing, something that can combat super dry skin, so that's why we chose avocado oil. The next thing I want to add in this video, I did use over-the-counter avocado oil. However, I would suggest to use the one that I link in my description box below. Those are ones that you can sell. Those are ones that I prefer to use. You can get refined or unrefined avocado oil. Also, I am adding this much oil because cocoa butter is very hard, right? Well, not very hard, but compared to shea butter, it is harder, but it is softer than mango butter, but still feels a bit soft, right? So this is why I'm adding this much butter. If I put less, it's going to be softer. If I put too much, it's going to be harder. So this is basically my in-between in order to get the nice texture that I'm going for. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to melt over in a double boiler. You don't want it to be too high because you don't want to burn the item. You don't want it to be too low. So you want to take the temperature and make sure it's just right for you to melt this product. I did put my cocoa butter at the bottom. It's only cocoa butter and my oil on top. Sometimes I just melt the butters and then add the oil, which makes it solidify a little bit faster. But this time I added both, and then I'm going to put it in my double boiler to melt. Now this step is completely optional. You do not have to add it. This is up to you. However, I do choose to add colloidal oatmeal and some essential oils to my body butter. It just doesn't feel the same without it. However, if you don't have these, go ahead and make it with only your 2 ingredients.
1% colloidal oatmeal is 2.55 grams. I wonder if this is too much. Okay. I mean, I said too much, it seems like it's not enough. So it looks a bit over. Okay, 2.56. Just 2.5. I'm gonna add 1% vitamin E oil. Same 2.55. Yeah, they're all 2.55. And the vitamin E oil that I use is from Mountain Rose Herbs. So this is the only vitamin E oil that I use. I started off using one on Amazon, but I switched to this and I use it all the time. It's really good quality too. Let's make sure that goes in. If you're just joining, we're making a whipped Kokum butter for super dry skin with just the whipped Kokum butter and the oils. The other stuff that I'm adding is optional. You don't have to add this in, but the formula will reflect just the 2 items. There it is. That I will link, that I'll put in the description box. And I'm going to do carrot seed. Essential oil. Should I put some lemon? But it's okay. all of that in.
Now that I've completed adding in my essential oil and colloidal oatmeal, we're gonna go ahead and mix it all together so we can get it all incorporated together and mixed in nice and properly, so that when our formulation is finished melting, then we can just go ahead and pour it onto it.
If you want like a body butter to last long or something to last long on your skin in the winter time, and you don't want to use cocoa butter, not cocoa butter, you don't want to use cocoa butter, you can use Kokum Butter. Especially in your hair too, like it's one of those hidden gems.
Now that it has cooled down, we're going to go ahead and add in our mixture.
So I'm adding in the mixture that I have of my colloidal oatmeal, my colloidal oatmeal mixed with my carrot seed essential oil, and my vitamin E oil, and those were all added at 1% each to the formulation. So some people take it out, whip it up, and then add this. I just go right ahead and add it in and then just mix it up all together. So it's all in there. See, I don't like to waste. That's my problem now, because I feel like I have to try and get all of this off of the side. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna get a bit loud. I hope the music combats that. But yeah, let me make sure these are all in properly. Alright, so it's nice and creamy. Alright, let me show you. That's how it looks, but it's not done yet because it's not fluffy. And it's not that fluffy. I'm going to scoop it off of the sides. You see this color of it makes it so much easier to add in. Like if you wanted to add mica, this would take the color so well if you did that. If you wanted to add some mica to it. So I'm going to like scoop it off of the side. Yeah, see? So I'm taking some off of the side so that way I get everything incorporated and the bottom. And then we're gonna mix that around as well. So you see how I just sat it down literally for just 2 minutes, and texture it started to solidify. This is after I scooped it off of the sides. So I scooped all the sides off just so I can mix it up again. But it got so hard just from me doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and whip it up. And the higher your mixer is in, like the more air gets inside of it, and the fluffier it gets. This is the second attempt of whipping it. I'm going to do it again and get some off of the bottom. it looks so nice and creamy from this end, guys. But you see the texture that it is, it's a good texture for me to like pour it into it. Like it's not watery, it's not too thick, it's more of a cream type of vibe it's giving. Okay. See what it looks like there? I'm not sure if you see that. And then now I just let it sit out, and then tomorrow I come and check the top to see if it's still as soft as this, or if it's, or tomorrow I come and check the top to see if it's still as soft, or if it's, if it got a little bit harder. But this is what it looks like now. Yeah, so this formula should get a little bit harder, but I'm going to do it, make it sit overnight, and then I'll like take a picture of it and see. But the formula that I have for the face butter, that one definitely gets harder, but it's not like a bad hard. It's just very solid, and as you scoop, you can use your finger, scoop it up to use, and it like melt.
Now that it's completed, I'm going to try it. I took a little bit just to test on my hand, and it feels good. It's not too heavy, it's pretty light, it has a great texture. That's exactly what I was going for, so I do like it. I'm also going to show you the texture of it once it sits for 24 hours. This is the exact texture of it 24 hours later. Perfection. If you are still here to the end, thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you in the next video where I make another 2 ingredients body butter. If that's what you're looking for, click any one of these links, and don't forget to check the description box for everything used in this formulation.